Sarah had always been a city girl, but when her grandmother passed away, she inherited a quaint old house in the countryside. Despite her reservations, she decided to move there for a fresh start. The house was charming, with its vintage furniture and creaky wooden floors, but there was an unsettling chill that permeated every room. From her first night in the house, Sarah heard whispers. They were faint and indecipherable, like the rustling of leaves in the wind, but they were undeniably there. She brushed it off as her imagination or the old house settling. But as days turned into weeks, the whispers grew louder and more persistent. One evening, while she was reading in the living room, she heard a distinct voice. "Help me," it whispered, clear as day. Sarah froze, her heart pounding in her chest. She looked around, but there was no one there. Gathering her courage, she decided to investigate the source of the voice. She followed the sound to the basement, a place she had avoided since moving in. The basement was dark and musty, filled with cobwebs and old, forgotten belongings. As she descended the stairs, the whispers became louder and more desperate. "Help me," they repeated. Sarah's hands shook as she reached the bottom. She saw an old, rotting wooden door that she hadn't noticed before. It was partially ajar, and the whispers seemed to be coming from within. With a deep breath, Sarah pushed the door open. Inside was a small, cramped room with nothing but a dirt floor and stone walls. In the center of the room was a shallow grave, and sticking out of the earth was a skeletal hand. Sarah gasped, stumbling back. The whispers now filled the room, a cacophony of desperate pleas. Terrified, Sarah ran back upstairs and called the police. When they arrived and exhumed the body, they discovered it was the remains of a young woman who had gone missing decades ago. Her grandmother's sister, who was thought to have run away. As the police carried the bones away, the whispers finally ceased. In the weeks that followed, Sarah learned that her grandmother had been hiding a dark secret. Her sister had been murdered and her body hidden in the basement. The guilt had driven her grandmother mad, leading to her eventual death. With the truth finally uncovered, the restless spirit was at peace. Sarah sold the house and moved back to the city, but she was never the same. The whispers had stopped, but she could still hear them in her dreams, a haunting reminder of the dark secrets that can lie hidden in the most unexpected places.